Hey Carl, how's it going? My name's Michael. I'm a student physical therapist.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You doing all right today?
Doing pretty good.
All right. Can you go ahead and confirm your name, age, and date of birth for me?
My name's Carl Johnson. My age is 37, and my date of birth is 1988.
I see you're coming in here for some kind of shoulder pain. It kind of goes down into your arm and hand. You want to explain a little bit more about what happens? I know you're an electrician for work.
Yeah, I just like kind of go underground, and whenever I'm looking up and like kind of have to be in tight spaces, like I just get the shooting pain like down my right arm.
So every time you're looking up and kind of like moving things around up there?
Yeah, it's really like I can't even right now like get into like looking up right. So
okay. So let's just start off with some red flag screening. Pretty simple. So do you experience any dizziness when that happens?
No.
Any trouble swallowing? Double vision?
Nope.
Nausea? Vomiting? Any balance issues?
No.
Anything to do with taste changes? What about anxiety?
No, not really.
Nothing? Okay, sounds good to me. So it looks like in the chart you wrote down a few things. We have a previous diagnosis of degenerative disc disease. That's a good little blanket term. We're going to try to dive deep and see what's really causing the pain here.
Okay.
I see you also have diabetes checked and high blood pressure, and you are a smoker. Do you have these all under control with your physician?
Yes, I'm taking blood pressure medication and diabetes.
Okay, sounds good.
Meds.
All right. I also noticed that it seems like you're at a 3 out of 10 pain all the time, and an 8 out of 10 at worst. So that's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Do you think, is it all the time, like at night? Do you get pain at all, or?
Just when I have like the kind of painful positions, if I'm laying down, it usually doesn't bother me.
Okay. All right, well, we'll get that checked out. I also noticed on your the disability index for your neck pain, it looks like you had checked that you can't do any recreational activities because of the pain. So do you think that is kind of one of our goals today, is kind of be able to get back to work and do that, but also be able to have fun? It says you ride your motorcycle, so
Yeah,
it's
just would like to get rid of the pain.
get back to life.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's tough.
All right, sounds good. Well, in that case, let's get your vitals checked, and then we'll start doing some screening tests.
All right, awesome.
All right, so it looks like vitals all checked out, looking good. So next I want to do a neuro screen. So I'm just going to be testing basically your nerves to see if they're functioning correctly on the sensation aspect and if your muscles are working. So if you don't mind, can we go ahead and take your shirt off?
Sure.
And then I'll kind of do some tests. I'm going to take this little brush here. I'm just going to brush it against your skin like that. I'm going to brush it on your face really quick so you can feel. Is that all right?
Sure.
Okay, so kind of just like that. So I'm going to have you close your eyes. I'm going to brush you on 2 different locations, going down your arms, and just tell me if it feels the same or different.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Same. 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 Same.
Okay. Around.
Same. Same. Same.
Okay, you can go ahead and open your eyes. So all the dermatomes look good. Next we're going to do myotomes. So I'm just going to have you go into a direction. I'm just going to have you push against my resistance, all right?
Okay.
So go ahead and push into my hand. Good. Pushing back. Okay, side to side. Good. Go ahead and raise your shoulders. Good. Go ahead and bend your arms, elbows right there. Okay, resist. Good. Now go ahead and rev that motorcycle for me.
Oh yeah.
Pull it back. Looks good. Okay, open up your fingers. Okay. Looks good. Everything looks good. Awesome. Okay. Well,
And what's that for?
So that was for myotome testing. So all your nerve function from around those areas seem to be intact, so there's no degeneration of the nerve,
Okay.
which is what I was looking for. It's a little quick screen, but it looked good.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and put your shirt back on if you'd like.
All right, I will.
I noticed on the way in, it looked like you were walking okay, so that's already a check. We're going to be doing a little screen now for degenerative cervical myelopathy. So your gait looks good. So that's already a positive for us. Next, I want to do a Hoffman's test. So just go ahead and make a little, kind of like you're grabbing a cup for me.
Okay.
I'm just going to hold onto your hand, and I'm going to flip this middle finger and see what happens, all right?
Okay.
Okay, that's negative. That's also a good sign. Okay, next one is called an inverted supinator sign. So go ahead and keep that same position. I'm just going to tap right here. Good. That's also a negative. Next, we're going to do a Babinski sign. So go ahead and take off one of your socks for me.
Okay.
I'm just going to scrape the bottom of your foot with this and see if anything happens. All right, I'll give that a negative. All right, so next we're gonna do some just movement screens. So I'm just gonna watch how your arms and neck move. So we're just gonna do some active range of motion. So I'm just gonna have you copy my movements.
Okay.
So start with your left side.
All right.
And we're just gonna go up above our head. Good, and then back behind her back. And then out to the side. Good, now keep your arm at your side, go like this. And then on the inside, that looks good. Any pain with that? All right. Let's go ahead and try that on the right side. So go ahead and go above, just the flexion. Starting to hurt there?
Yeah, a
All
little
right,
bit.
We'll keep it there. So go ahead behind your back. Feels all right?
Yeah.
What about now? Feels all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, go overhead to the side.
Kind of similar.
Iffy. Okay, all right. And then let's go ahead and do that in and out. Good? Feels
Yep.
good. Let me try some little overpressure. Feels all right?
Yeah.
Feels all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do your neck now. So go ahead and look down for me.
Good.
I'm going to apply a little overpressure. That feel all right?
Yeah, it almost feels kind of good.
Good? All right. Let's try going up. It's starting to hurt
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
All right. And now let's do some side-to-side rotation. That's good. Let me try to add some overpressure there. So go ahead, look to your right. Good. Now
Yeah.
left. Good. Now let's touch your ears to your shoulder. All right. All right, we're gonna do a few more tests like that, so I won't add any overpressure right now. I don't want to inflame anything.
Okay.
So those all look pretty decent. I know the flexion and looking up kind of hurt. And that's what you said when you're working, that's what makes it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense for here. So next, we're going to be doing a few special tests to kind of try to make a more specific diagnosis of what's going on. So I'm going to come around and we're going to start with foraminal compression testing. So first, I just want you to look straight ahead. What I'm going to be doing is just adding a little bit of overpressure to compress that spine down and see what we can do to try to reproduce some symptoms, all right?
All right.
So just let me know if you feel any pain, radiating symptoms, anything that you normally feel, okay?
Okay.
All right, so the first one, I'm just gonna apply straight down like this. Feels all right?
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, now let's go ahead and look up for me. All right, so now, does it start to hurt?
No, it's still all right.
All right. All right, let's go ahead and look up and then to the left. So this should feel all right. Feel all right?
Yep.
Okay, now let's try the other side. This one might hurt a little bit, so we'll take it easy.
Oh yeah.
Starts to hurt there?
Definitely.
All right. So now we're gonna do like the big whammy called the Sperling's test. So this is gonna be adding in another component. So go ahead and look up for me. Touch your left ear to your left shoulder. And now rotate your head to the left. Good. Now I'm gonna add some pressure. Should be all right.
Yeah,
A
it's
little
all right.
compression. Now let's do the same thing on the other side. So go ahead, look up for me. Right ear to right shoulder, and then turn your head to the right. This one might be a little uncomfortable.
Yep.
Starts to hurt there.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be a positive for that. Okay. So I'm gonna write these down. That happened, and then we're gonna go to one that actually might feel a little good. So this is called cervical distraction. So I'm gonna kind of cradle your head and just lift it up, and it should feel pretty good if what we're thinking is some nerve root pain.
Okay.
All right, ready? Let me know how this feels.
Oh yeah, that does feel good.
Felt good?
Yeah, it did.
All right. Okay. Well, that's a good sign. We know how we can make it feel better, right?
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna do a little nerve testing, specific nerves. So I want you to go ahead and lay back for me.
Okay. Down this way?
Yep, head down there. So these next tests are called ULTTs. So basically, we're just going to be testing your nerves. So we got a few in mind. So we have the median nerve, radial nerve, and the ulnar nerve.
All right.
So I'm just going to take your hand into a position and kind of stretch it out, and tell me if you feel any numbness or tingling, kind of reproducing what we normally feel.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get your hand here. So try to make this holding a waiter kind of platter right position. So we're going to go like this. I'm going to go ahead and press here. I'm going to hold on to your hand here. All right, ready?
Okay.
Is all right?
Yeah, that's all right.
All right. Go ahead and turn your hand this way. So now we're going to go back in. Is all right?
Yep.
All right. Now we're going to do two down here, so go ahead and make a fist. Get your thumb in your fist like that. Go like that. Flex your wrist. There you go. I'm going to hold on to that. Go ahead, shrug that shoulder down. We're going to internally rotate, and then we're going to start to abduct.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that one starts to hurt?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to have you touch your right ear to your right shoulder. Does it make it feel better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go a little bit further here.
All right. Now let's do one more here. So I'm going to do the opposite of that now and hold it like this. Shrug it. Let's go out. All right.
That one's...
Felt all right though?
Yeah, it's all right. It
Different?
wasn't my same pain. That one, second to last one was.
Okay. All right, so lastly, I just want to rule out some other symptoms maybe. So this is called thoracic outlet syndrome testing. So we're just going to see if any nerves or arteries are getting pinched up in this area here from your clavicle and your rib cage, anything like that. So we're going to do a few tests and just see if it works out. So I'm going to be holding onto your arm. I'm going to feel for your radial pulse here, and we're just going to do a few movements, so I'll guide you through it.
Okay.
So first I want you to sit up nice and tall. Okay, go ahead and depress that shoulder, okay? We're going to externally rotate as much as we can. We're going to abduct just a little bit and then extend it. Take a deep breath, hold it, and now look towards me while you're holding it. Okay, we're going to hold this for about 30 seconds. Any reproduction of symptoms? All right, good. Okay, the next one is called the costoclavicular test. So pretty similar. So what I want you to do is that depression, and we're going to try to pull our shoulder blade back. So we're going to push it back. There you go. So go ahead, rest for a second. I'm going to find your pulse. All right, so go ahead and push that shoulder down and back. We're going to extend back here. Good. Any reproduction of symptoms? All right, next one is hyperabduction. So same idea, we're just going to go overhead this time. All right, ready? Good. Any reproduction? Awesome. So last one is going to be called celiac release. So basically I'm just gonna take a hold of your elbows. I'm just gonna kind of lift it up and see if we can get any nerve decompression up here, okay?
Okay.
All right, so just lean back into me. Let me hold your weight. Does it feel like it's relieving any symptoms?
Didn't really have any, so guess not.
Okay. That works for me. All right, so looks like after all of our tests, we're looking pretty good. I think what we're looking at is some cervical radiculopathy. So basically some nerve pinching of that radial nerve starting around your neck area and kind of going down, and you're getting those symptoms behind the hand there with the numbness and tingling. So what I have for you is basically just some information to help you out understanding in what we're going to be doing today and from the future. So basically, like I said, the neck pain can cause the pain going down your arm, radiating. So we know that it's starting up there. Typically, it takes about 8 to 12 visits over about a 6-week period for us to get you back to where you should be. You'll probably start to see some progression along the way, and you'll start to feel better, but we gotta stay motivated and keep coming to get that perfectly back to how it should be. So today, I'm gonna show you some stretches for your neck and tissues that we're gonna be able to move around and kind of decompress those areas to maybe relieve some of those symptoms right now. And that's pretty much what we're gonna be doing for the rest of the time as well. We're gonna try to improve mobility as well, so if you're not looking up and it's painful, we're gonna try to get that down as well. What you can do is avoid those end range positions. So we don't want you to be looking up where it's hurting or lifting up your arm and it's kind of pinching those areas. Try to avoid those as much as you can. You definitely can still look up, but maybe try to use a little bit of that back instead. Just avoid getting to that super painful part. Also, when you're resting, you can support your arms on some pillows so it's kind of elevated. That kind of decompresses that nerve up here. Basically, that's what we're looking at. Does everything sound all right?
Sounds good.
Are you happy with those results, and are you okay with coming about 2 times a week for the next few weeks?
Yeah, it'll get me going again.
It should be. All right, well, I think I'm happy with that, so let's get started.
All right, sweet.